Not all that call on his name will be saved. Yes, there's 144,000 of chosen ones. And there's those that are placed here to help the chosen ones reach their task, follow their assignments, light the candles of others. But not all of those that call on his name will be saved. Go out, enjoy, and be led forth in peace. Isaiah 55:12. I feel like there's a lot of people searching. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be the best at knowing God when they don't even know themselves. They sit around, critique others, judge others. They don't give out the knowledge in a way that is friendly, loving, kind. Instead, they want to seem like they're superior, above others, above any sin that we know that all have fell victim to. But God told me to say to you all, just because they're using his name do not mean they will be answered when they call out to him. God's love is unfailing, and people always talk about the things that he's waiting to do for what you have done, or trying to judge the things that you have been through, when God knows everything that was laid out in front of us. God knows what we're going to do. And they feel as if it's their job to judge. Judging others is a sin in itself. Judging people's actions is a sin in itself. If it's good and if you're good, you followed. I don't need a fast following. What I need is solid individuals that want to ascend. I'm placed here for a reason, not for Maury Povich titles to pull you in. I'm the same way on TikTok. I bring the real. So I know my page is for the realest. It's for the realest. It's not for the fake. It's not for the faint of heart. Surely, goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. Psalms 23:6. The road to salvation is not thick and wide. Okay? It's not 100,000, 200,000, 200 million followers. The road is narrow. So whenever you think about this, whenever you're shepherding your people, whenever you're giving light to others and you feel like that you're not growing at a big, fast, astounding rate, you have goodness in you. So love and good people, loving good people will follow you. You get what I'm saying? The road to salvation is not far and big and wide. It's small and narrow. So if you have a small and narrow following, you're doing the goodness and the love of the Lord. The proof is in the pudding. If we love one another, God lives in us and his love is made complete in us. 1 John 4:12. Understanding is a fountain of life to one who has it. Proverbs 16:22. There's a lot of people that get distracted by titles and pretty words. But then there's ones that's really genuinely here to learn. Yes, they would like to know about their mates. Yes, they would like to know about their fortune. But there's one that's above that. They're above the material. They're above the 3D. They're above that thinking. They would like to know how to better connect with their higher power so that he could come closer to them. See, a lot of people's not always into the topical, skin deep, cosmetic spirituality. There's some that really want to tap into deep into the Lord. That's what they want to tap into. They don't always want to tap into the gossip. They've been through stripes in their life, through a lot of different ways, spiritual wars, and they want to come close to the Lord. So a lot of times, I understand that the thrill of having people rush to you for salacious titles, for your best friend backstabbing you and sleeping with your boyfriend, for your baby's father having problems, and it feels so good because they left you high and dry. All these titles are so great, but where is the source? Our higher power. And sometimes it's nice to just sit back and listen to his voice. Listen to what he has to say to us. Shut down all the noise of wanting to know what so-and-so did with so-and-so. What's your best friend up to? Your kids? Dating life? Will you get $455,000 for your perfect home? All these things. And it's very rare that many people come to me and say, I'm just here to draw near to my higher power so he can draw near to me. It's not many. That's why I know that the chosen is few. That's how I know. Because there's not many, whenever they do, not many pull with a spiritual drive, with a playlist of how to ascend, how to get closer to God, how to draw closer to God. Every reading is about getting back at somebody, hearing about their karma. Who's backstabbing who? Who's getting over on who? Who's a part of a spiritual mafia? Somebody is karmically coming at you. But no, not many. It's resting on the strength of the Lord. It's all about the dramatics of your life. But what about when you sit down to pray? What about when you sit down to meditate? What is it that he's really thinking about you? How do he feel about you? Let alone these people that don't matter to him for real. His relationship is with you. He's been trying to wake you up and tell you about your spiritual gifts while you've been relying on other people's strength that's keeping you distracted on just romance or finance. What happened to your spiritual connection with your higher power? This is another reason why us readers do this. Because a lot of people don't feel like they're drawing close to their higher power. No matter who they worship. Ganesh, Shiva, Yosha, Joshua, Jesus, Michael, Jehovah, Yahweh, Allah, Buddha. There's still a lot of souls out here that don't feel connected to God. Because they would rather hear about if this is the one or if this is the one. Right? Or hear if somebody's caught up in a love triangle. The Lord is my strength and my song. And he has become my salvation. Exodus 15:2. Whenever you get God's grace, it's sufficient. You feel sufficient. So no matter what anybody's doing, you know that your power is in God. My grace is sufficient for you. For my power is what? Made perfect in weakness. We are human flesh. Yes, we're spirit beings, but we're caught in this sinful, weak, human flesh. So whenever you're going through issues with masculines or your feminines, whenever you're going through issues with your boss, co-workers, so-called friends, families, frenemies, that's families that's enemies, frenemies, friends that's enemies, your power is in God. So whenever you're feeling off, a little off balance, ask for a spiritual guidance reading. There's hardly anybody online doing them because they feel like y'all would rather hear about who's sleeping with your man. They feel like you don't really want to know how God feels about you. There's a sprinkle of readers that do that. And that's why I know who's the chosen ones. Judge me all you want, but I always press on towards my goal. And with God's hand in my cup, stirring it, I'm always going to win the prize. I don't look to be the best. I just look to do what God has called me to do. Philippians 3:14. That's what I do. So, this reading was to let you know that God is here. People want to remove spirit from these readings because they pray in front of you, but they don't never talk about Him unless you ask. Spirit says you no longer have to ask, especially when it comes to me. You're going to get spiritual readings. You're going to get spiritually led readings. Readings that don't have nothing to do with who you lay in the bed with, but everything to do with who you pray to or you meditate to when you lay in that bed and close some eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just remember, please praise Him. Praise Him. Because He's the reason that we're able to connect and get the information about what anybody is doing around us. That's how we're able to be intuitive, because of Him. A lot of people feel like it's them. Oh yeah, I'm so good with my readings. It's all me. They don't give glory and honor to the higher power that it is. Yeah, you know so-and-so's going to keep you connected, but they don't never say that it's because of Him that they're able. God is who makes them able. All graces abound to you only because of God. Alright? So whenever you feel like you're going through tribulations with your mate, trials with your boss, problems with your friends, issues with your co-workers, don't always run to your reader. Don't always run to your favorite spiritualist. Sometimes God just wants you to run to them. Run to them. In the world, you will have tribulations, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. That's who takes over the world. None of us have the power to say we're connected. We did this. None of that for these people out here. This was all from the glory and the power and the love and the grace of God. And I will always give all of my higher powers the glory, the real glory, not just first minute, just to prove that I pray for people online. This is every day, all day. This is a commitment. And this is how we stay connected. Thanking Him. Recognizing Him. Okay? Rejoicing with Him. Not taking all the glory for ourselves. Thank you for letting me read the energy. Let's give them this message. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you.